once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And I tell you what, happy Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. Good evening. It is a little bit later in the day than I usually start my streams, but I'm starting earlier than I scheduled. So blessings to all of you who found your way here already. And I'm hopeful that many others may join. Today, I don't have a ton of notes, but I've been having ideas in my head that have felt pretty good for me today. And so I'm hoping to share some. And this topic today, the thumbnail, come back to love. And the topic today, inviting the return of love and returning to love. In the background is the message of peace and love. So it's all coming together. I mean, these are the things I love. I love to talk about. Because when you break things down from what I've uncovered for myself and for others, love is who you are. Who is love? Is love a who? Well, there is a personality to love, for sure. And the personality of love is who you are in your natural state. When you're not with fear or anger or sadness, love is who you are. It's fun to be loved. You're kind, you're polite, you're gentle, you're fun. Oh, you're so much fun. When you're not with anger and fear and sadness. So the message of today, the idea behind come back to love, it's to return, right? Consciously for your own benefit, returning yourself to love, and at the same time, inviting the return of love, right? Because the two go together. We got to take a step and the universe will take a step. It's like, actually, I think we take one step, the universe will take two steps. It's so giving, the design of everything. God has been so good to us, brothers and sisters. Can you please trust in that? That God's goodness has yet to be fully realized or discovered by you. Because what you found, yeah, it's good, but the greatness, man, I don't know. There's a connection to finding the greatness and being with the greatness. But the greatest thing in life, it really is love. Love. Let love rule you, right? That's what the world will be with the return of Jesus. That's what the story is intended to be. To where you and me and all of the people like you and me and all of the people different than you and me, all of the people around the world, we start allowing love to rule, right? Saying yes to love, inviting love, right? Being generous with love. Now, what does love look like? Well, that's part of the maturing process, right? Because juveniles fall in love with childish things, right? And there's a lot of people who have been fooled as adults here in the land of how do you, I need to keep repeating these things. Thank you. You know what? People do lose hope. It is easy to lose hope. People have lost hope, but hope is always there. This is what I realized for myself. Just as love is always there, just as faith is always there, hope is always there. But it's a matter of you, me, finding it, I've got to find my hope. I've got to find my love, my power, right? Those are the things that keep us going. Happy Friday to everyone. I am so glad for all of you tuning in, man. I mean, there's so much going on in this world of chaos and lights and sound and flavor, and it's all a big dance, life. It's an incredible vibrating, it's a vibration. We're sounds and light density. I'm getting myself off topic. Today, the idea and the topic, let's join back to love. Let's come back to love. I'm going to do what I do. I'll drop the link and we'll see what the universe brings forth. But my purpose is today to be with love and to invite others. Let's return to love together. Let's find our way. Ooh, man, yeah. What if we're the frequencies, but God is the power? It's only through the highest frequencies that we can achieve the greatest power. And when we unite together, we can either diminish our frequency and our energy through distortions, lack of resonance, or when we unite together with love in the name of Jesus, in the name of Christ, with praise and worship and all glory to the Creator, the source of the heavens and the earth, right? All praise to God. You join together with the energy and the frequency of praise and gratitude and celebration and excitement and love, baby. Yeah. Then you're like ascending to the heavens with the angels, right? Who know the glory of God and they celebrate the glory of life in the name and the ways of God, being with goodness. Doesn't that sound right? I mean, it just seems right to me. Once I started trying this stuff out, at least, holy cows, dude. Browns boy, you think you're so smart. Tell you what, man. Tell you what, man. Go ahead and click the link. You got a lot of stuff to say, man. And I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna invite those who wish to join for kind, polite, calm conversations with Jack. I'm gonna do my part, right, to try and ensure I offer that, but I want to make sure it's brought as well for the folks who wish to join. Why are people indirect? I'm not certain I understand the question or the nature of the question. I could guess at why people are indirect. Cognitive dissonance, right? People want to avoid and deny, move aside, right? Things that reject or challenge beliefs. Fear is probably the reason people are indirect, why they're not direct and approach things head on. But sometimes as well, it's not just fear. Sometimes it's wisdom to approach things in a softer approach. You angle in a little softer so you don't cause disruption. So I'm not sure. That's a good, interesting question. This Hank, blessings to you. And this is it. I'm glad you brought that up, Hank. Relax. There's a song that came to mind when I said that. Relax. Was it In Excess? Relax and feel the love. Frank Monday, not just Frank, but everyone. Relax and feel the love. Oh, I get it. Yeah, he can be, the spamming is just, it's annoying, isn't it? It's like, it gets so old. But what happens is people get stuck in their ruts, in their loops, in their limits, and they just keep running around like hamsters. I've said it before. I've witnessed it. Human beings are so much like rodents. It's unmistakable, dude. No, it's no wonder why science studies lab rats, because the similarities between humans and rats, rodents, friggin' unmistakable, dude. People, they get into these, especially when they're in fearful states. They get all defensive and they'll go find a corner and they'll pull in all the supplies and put all the corner, defenses up, and they got themselves well stocked, and they'll just take over a place. I watched it happen in my own home. And I was working on my practice of being present and just, flowing. And I was watching this shit stuff and I was like, holy shit, this can't be real. But it was. It was really right in front of me, in front of my face. I wish I had a video camera so you guys can see what's in my memory right now. I think the kid's name was Brandon. He was a junkie. I brought him and his dog in off of the street. And then he invited his drug addict girlfriend to join us. And they were both out of their minds. Anyway, the comparisons with people and rodents, we are so primitive until we know who we are. Hey, and here's a guest he's like me on that path, knowing. Welcome, Frank. How are you, brother?
Greetings, Jack. Good to see you. I was summoned by the chat.
Fabulous. Good.
How's it going, man? Yeah, I just wanted to. So I put Brown's boy on a timeout because he keeps spamming the
Oh,
same thing
good.
over and over again, and but he jumps right back up somehow. I don't know, but I was trying to encourage him to be more clever.
Oh,
If
I know. He could do so much better.
right, rather than just copy and paste, it's a little bit
Yeah,
boring.
it is. It really gets old. Um, Here, Sam, interesting question, and I'm not sure where that came from. Jack, have you talked to God? Yes. I talk to God constantly. Do I hear back from God? No. Never any real clear voice or real powerful spiritual messages, no burning bushes or anything like that for me. But I talk to God all the time, and I do seek, I listen, right? And I'm constantly wondering, what is God saying to me in the silence? What am I hearing when nothing is speaking? That's where I find God, is in the silence. It's where I find peace too.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jack. I think if we don't seek to overly define God or put him in a box, as it were, then that's where we're going to find him. Is where there's that quiet assurance in faith that he's there for us and he's listening too. You may talk to him and you don't get an immediate response, but there are responses coming at you in the form of clarity and direction and deeper faith, and so it's important.
Well, we're all on our own path of development, spiritual development, mental development, emotional development. That's what life is. It's developing. And Sam, why am I talking about angels and such? I've actually kind of given definitions to these things. Angels being messengers of light, right? Messengers of God's wisdom. Many people are messengers of God's wisdom. There are angels amongst us. I've also heard enough testimonies of people who have communication through their higher self. I believe angels are real. I also have heard enough testimonies to trust that demons are likely real. So I talk about what I've heard enough evidence. I trust in what I've heard. I could be wrong, but no, I have not. To my knowledge, I have not witnessed or experienced angels or demons. I have not had powerful, obvious experience with anything like Jesus or God, but I have experienced these just undeniable feelings, right? Of these intense over just love, right? I don't know how else to describe it. It's just this wave of bliss and pleasure that overtakes and takes out everything. So I've felt some things. Am I imagining it? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. Well, consider this, right? If in fact all is mental, if in fact the all is mind, right? That's one of the early Hermetic principles, philosophies. The all is mental. God is consciousness, and we are the act. Well, God is like consciousness, and we are conscious. We have consciousness. God is existence, and we, by existing, are a part of existence. We are not separated from that which generated us, manifested us, produced us. That truth, that statement that we are a part of that which manifested and generated and sustained us, that true statement is true on many, many different levels, many dimensions. Okay. We are a part of everything. Yeah. And God is like that which holds the air. It's like that which provides the air. We are surrounded by God. We're filled by God with life. That's evidence of God. God's purpose is shown through us, to us, for us. The only reason the universe exists is for us. The only reason we exist is for the universe. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you get it, man. Yeah. Austin Murphy. Every time I got upset over the past 5 years and longer, every time I got upset, every time I got sad, every time I got angry or afraid, that was all my imagination. The imagination is a powerful gift that God has given to us. We are here. Our purpose is to be with love. And through love, we have the opportunity to create the future of our dreams. Doesn't that seem right?
Yeah. And because God's grace is oftentimes beyond description, our failure to communicate it to others, right, is where the breakdown in the conversation happens. And I think oftentimes, Jack, we get more frustrated with ourselves than with the other person. And it's because of the breakdown in communication sometimes.
Frank, that's so true. On many levels, that is so true. We are like children in many ways. And it is through the words, right? In the beginning was a word, and the word was with God, and God was the word, right? The words we use create and destroy. And our life really is, to a great degree, limited and created through our vocabulary. And our vocabulary is going to be based in part by the language, right? And we didn't choose the language. We were born into a language. We were given a language when we were young. So here, the reality is, you said something, Frank, and I missed it. It's escaping me, but you landed with something I want to
Oh,
practice.
the God's grace is sometimes indescribable, and like our breakdown in communication causes our frustration with others sometimes.
It was that part, that breakdown in communication. I've witnessed it in myself and in others, especially in these live stream panels, like toddlers throwing fits because we don't know how to communicate ourselves properly. Sometimes we can communicate ourselves properly, and others are still unable to understand. That's what I've been learning. Hey, in the back, Jack Quinn, if you want to cam up and show me who you are. I think I know who you are, but
And you talked about it too yesterday, Jack, about willingness, right? Like the participants need to be willing to do that thing, right? They need to allow room for conversation. And sometimes they just don't. They're just like stubbornly hostile and just won't, admit any admonition at all, which is not helpful.
right. Hmm.
How's the friend in the back? Did they cam up for us?
No, did not. I think I know who it is, but
One
here, we'll go
of
with
the
this.
regulars.
Pieces available. Jack Quinn, you are here with us.
Welcome.
That's what I thought. God, you're such a pain in the ass, dude. You really don't have to be. I promise you.
How am I a pain in the ass? I can't cam up right now.
Oh, you did put, all right, you did put something in the back. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
apologize. Please
No,
apologize.
no
Is
sweat.
that JG?
Yes, sir. It's our,
Is that Frank Monday?
Indeed it is. Tis I.
Right.
it feels good to be, doesn't it? Do you feel good today, JG?
I feel great, man. I'm practicing solitude right now. Multitasking.
Multitasking. What's the multi?
I'm having a conversation while I'm on a panel, and I'm also looking at the clouds and the trees and enjoying the air, enjoying real life.
Good. That is a good way to be. And I bet that does feel pretty good.
Right, and very wise.
Can be. What are you going to do with it? With that peace and that joy you've got?
Try to take over the world.
Do you want to do that?
Not at all. I want to
You
get
want to
away
try
from
and help?
everybody.
Well, I think you'd have a better chance if you help me. If you help me try to take over the world, you can go anywhere you want, man. I'll help
Pinky
you
in the
with it.
brain? Who's the brain here?
Well, clearly God. We're just going to try and tune in and figure out what path might be the best. Because seriously, I'm genuine about this. I have these crazy ideas that it's time for peace to be here in the world, that it's time for wars to end. And I know that that other man there in the picture, Donald J. Trump, he's well connected to others who could easily help this to happen. And he says that he wants that to happen. So I'm inviting anyone out there, anyone who can hear and understand. You don't have to be with me all the way. Just help me figure out See if you can get on board with my idea. See if you can find someone else to replace you. That way you can just keep going on your way, but you know that I've gotten some support, and you get to be a part of my success, part of our success. Because truly, trying to bring peace and love into this world, it's really for all of us to do. I just want to try and get a direct path into the governance, right? So that we stop directing so many funds and resources into the murder and support of genocide. Maybe we turn some of these resources into solving problems, instead of creating more development, reconstruction expenses. Guys, this is our lifetime to change the world. Wouldn't it be fun to do so?
No.
It wouldn't be. I don't think you're being honest. Or you haven't thought it through.
Changing the world's not for everybody.
That's untrue. Everyone is changing the world in some way. Hey,
What I'm saying is,
go ahead.
Do you really want to deal with politicians, the police mafia? Get what I'm saying? No, you don't.
No, I don't. But I feel like someone's got to. And if I don't see, until I see others doing what I think should be done, I'm going to continue in that direction, trying to get done what I think should get done. And the fact that we haven't had psychologists or some sort of professionals uniting together to pull Donald Trump and the administration aside to say, hey, what the fuck is going on? This stuff is not really making. Have you heard Donald Trump speak? I mean, people talked a lot of shit about Joe Biden being senile, but literally, have you listened to that man?
Right? You know who brought
He's
George
nuts.
Bush in? The Zionist. Who brought Trump in? The Zionist.
Yes, that's another one. Thank you. We have to recognize that Israel, the state of Israel, it has purchased, it has spent well in this capitalist society, and it has purchased our United States government. So have you guys seen what Israel has been doing to Lebanon and, oh my God, everywhere else? Gaza?
Talcott, the Brits in America funded Israel. They created Israel. It was a group effort from the globalists.
Yes. Oh, it's brilliant. It's the devil's plan. It really is. That's how it has been taking over. Jack's going to take over on the entire universe. You know what? If there is ETs, I want to be an ambassador. I know there's better people than me. They're nicer, they're kinder, they're gentler, maybe be more articulate than me. But I'd be willing to be an ambassador with ETs, man. Help them know, hey, we ain't that bad. You just got to give these people a chance. Once you see them, they're actually pretty funny. You just gotta understand that they're no joke either. These fuckers are crazy people. I mean, all of you, JG, you too.
Yeah, it seems a little baffling to me. I want to clarify something because I'm not totally boned up on all my history. But wasn't the creation of the state of Israel a response to the Holocaust of Nazi Germany?
That's what we are told.
Who funded the Nazi regime, right? Ford.
Yeah, I don't want to get deep into it. I was just curious. And to see it go so far astray, like and continue down that path of now like creating essentially holocausts on other people, it seems, yeah, it seems bizarre. That's why I said I'm not totally boned up on all my history.
Well, the Holocaust is fabricated. They say
Well,
6.5 million people were killed. That's not the case. It's been
there's
blown out of proportion on purpose.
there is, I've been finding many presentations that seem to support that as well. That allegedly the term Holocaust wasn't really that commonly used until the 80s, if I remember right. And then I'm not sure how many people realize, but as I understand, somehow, wasn't it Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father? Wasn't he somehow involved in producing textbooks, right? Children learning history, a particular sort of history, get taught different beliefs, right? And through different beliefs, you find these loyalties. And so there was a lot of children that were raised, believing that this state of Israel was actually fulfillment of the Bible in some way. That this is the path to the return of the resurrected one, right? Jesus. But guys, the evidence of the cruelty and insanity from that psychopath, Benjamin Netanyahu, and the state entity that he represents, guys, Donald Trump thinks that's a good buddy, right? Hegseth is sending our children's, our neighbors' children, troops are being deployed there. We're spending millions and billions of dollars. I mean, I understand they're asking for, I don't remember the figures, too fucking much. Hegseth is asking Congress to spend more money on war. What are we doing, guys?
Yeah, it's a good
We're
question,
being
Jack. How do you
played.
reconcile like when you have the opportunity, which I think it's a possibility, sure, if could be a firm one, to like encounter these folks, like how do you reconcile their essentially evil nature with bringing them closer to the message of God? It seems like it's almost an insurmountable task, and I say almost because with God's aid, all things are possible.
Praise be. God is the source of love that reveals the truth. It is through the truth that we shall be free. And the truth is being shared here in the world right now. I didn't spend any time again today, but I'm inviting people who want to help. If you can think of conscious human beings that think, hey, it's time to find a way to end wars, I do not claim to have the answers, but I'm saying let's do something, right? Let's find a way together. Let's unite together. And I can see it happening many different ways. It's going to happen through the governments. Hiding and running away from these government systems is not going to solve the problems. We've got to face the problems together. It'll be easy. Might even be fun to face the problems together, really.
Jack, you should reach out to Chris Hedges. Send him an email. Try to get in
Oh,
contact with him.
dude, I would love to speak with him because he knows. He knows deeper than I know. I just have the idea of trying to bring these ideas into the belly of the beast. But here, brothers and sisters, if you are like me and you live in America, guess what? We are in the belly of the beast here in America. We've produced the corporate fascism, the banking systems. We're not entirely to blame, but it's the United States capitalism and greed that has really given these bankers and corporations so much power. Jeeps, love that, sister. Trump is a black magician actor. He
He's not good.
spreads. It's not good, man.
No, he's not a good actor. Look at all the presidents. I'd say Obama was a good actor. Trump's
Yes.
terrible, man.
Yes. Well, and I think that's why Trump was chosen, because he's outsmarted himself, and that means he's real easy to fool, right? And that's what he is. He's being played. He's being played and used for the purposes of corporate greed, and he's playing and using others for the purposes of corporate greed, individual greed. I mean, Donald Trump has been very clear. Let me speak directly to the Muslims, the Christians, the Jewish, anyone, right? Donald Trump has said very clearly he does not turn to God. He views the dollar as king. In other words, he serves greed openly. And we've got so much evidence of corruption and abuse in the Epstein files. Have you guys seen about the Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein reading room that's opening in New York City by chance?
No, tell us. What's the story there?
Nope.
It's friggin' awesome, dude. I'm trying to pull it up if I can. Here, actually, Frank, you're familiar with Ubuntu, are you not?
I am not. No.
All right. Well, let's bring this up then. This is something I was reminded of earlier. I've heard about it before. Well, it's a better way. I guess like that. Here. It's from just from Instagram. I'll share it, but I also kind of want to go through it because it really is. It's what we're lacking. Here, in dozens of African cultures, there is a philosophy with no English translation. Here. Psychologists have studied it for decades. It produces lower rates of depression and loneliness than any Western intervention. And it reveals why the West is the most individually free and the most mentally ill simultaneously. The word is Ubuntu. It comes from the, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Bantu languages of Southern Africa. It has been present in these cultures for centuries, not as a self-help concept, not as a wellness philosophy, as the foundational understanding of what a person is and how a person exists in relation to everything around them. Western psychology encountered it, Ubuntu, and had no category for it. The closest translation, I am because we are. But even that falls short. Ubuntu does not mean that community is important to the individual. It means the individual does not exist prior to the community. The self is not a standalone unit that then chooses relationships. See, these tribes understood that we are one. I am because we are. Because we are, I am. So, philosopher and researcher Thaddeus Metz, one of the leading academic voices studying Ubuntu's psychological implications. His work and the work of researchers at multiple African universities has produced a consistent finding. Cultures that organize around Ubuntu principles, unified principles is really what it is. They show measurably different psychological profiles than cultures organized around Western individualism. Not slightly different, structurally different. What the research found, individuals embedded in Ubuntu organized communities showed lower rates of chronic anxiety, lower rates of depression, right? We're constantly dealing with anxiety, depression, lower rates of the specific loneliness that Western psychology now identifies as a public health crisis. right? Not because their lives are easier, not because they face less hardship. It's because of their mindset. Western psychology is built on one foundational assumption: the individual is the primary unit of mental health, and that's not true. So here, I'll share the link again later, but here. We don't have to go through it all unless you guys want. You have interest in that.
Well, I'd like to interject a bit, like add to it if I may.
Please do.
It's a
Please do.
real, yeah, it's a real thing, like the idea of community and being a part of a community and it lowering stress levels and increasing happiness. My daughter's been a part of university and doing a lot of online studies, and she's recently been taking part more in the community-based activities here in China. Like there's an evening little dance party outside in the courtyard. And like her pure joy at hearing the music come on and then being able to fellowship and socialize with other people, like support from a community is really, really important for people. And I think too, we have to look into the fact, why did the Western mind, because some may argue that it's conspiratorial and that we were programmed to be hyper fragmented. But it seems that the Westerners somehow also chose that for themselves, right? They chose a form of solitude and isolation and individuation for a purpose. And so I think we need to reconcile that within the individual in order to be able to enjoy more of the community love and stuff. And I've gone too far, so thank you.
No, brother,
I
you're
think, Frank, for a
everything you
lot of
say.
people, Frank, it's you move on and break away from family, from you know, community. You're just tired of it, you know. For me, I'd rather be on my own, doing my own thing, flying a sign at Home Depot, making $150, and then traveling and camping in the woods, and to each his own, right?
Yeah, so Jack, what do you think about the Ubuntu idea from the Bantu people and the connection to community? And like you said, the reason we're failing right now to challenge kings and authority, so-called, right, and not call these guys out on a daily basis is because of our disconnect somehow with our community, our brothers and sisters, and our family in general.
Yeah. The divisions defy love. God has really, the universe, Mother Earth, life, whatever you want to call it, it all comes from God, right? It's it's all the same thing. We've been given everything we need to really have an amazing life, especially at this time of technological advancements. The access to knowledge that is available right now, we should not be having such foolish candidates making such important decisions that affect everyone's lives, right? We've lost sight of the value of knowledge because, well, the truth unites us. And as long as different people believe in different lies, well, then nobody's going to know what's true. That's how the devil's worked throughout mankind. It's been a perfect game, guys. Good game, God. Good game. Thank you for allowing me to play. I am ready. I am prepared. I'm up for anything right now.
Yeah, and as
Douglas,
JG said,
go
sorry.
ahead, please. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, JG, not to overlook what you said, but like the Western tendency to, like, cast the kids out at 18 and stuff like this. That's not
Right.
something we do. Like in the Chinese structure, we keep them here as long as we can, obviously, but they're also instilled with a responsibility to family. So they know that, like, they didn't raise themselves, they didn't pay for themselves. So I think that, like, the tendency maybe in your situation where you break away from that, isn't that somehow at the same time abandoning your family?
Yeah.
I'm from I'm from a broken home, man. My dad was an undercover cop that was very abusive to my mother. He was a manipulative person to me and my sister. My mom is how she is, and my sister, she was always cool, but she took a corporate route and we kind of lost connection. So I basically took my route. There was a fork in the road and I just took my route.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I guess I'm fortunate. I've had the opportunity to bury both of my parents. So, um,
Hmm.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but at least I got to be involved. But yeah, it's a tough thing. I know, man. And I'm sorry to hear that. Um, and a lot of us do come
It's
from
life,
broken
man. That,
homes.
but
Yeah, yeah.
that's the thing. This
Oh,
is America. We're so many of us are from broken homes, and it's
right.
just like, all right, this is
Hey,
reality.
JG, it has been. And the reality is, I truly believe it's the broken homes and the broken people are a direct result of the colonialist past. Karma's a bitch, and there's no escaping it. But these broken homes create broken people, and that's what this system relies on. This system of oppression with the governments and the economics, the politics, the illusions of choice. It only works because people are broken. People stay broken because we're all divided. But if we actually just accept our brokenness, overcome the division, each of us is holding the key to each other. We've got the answers we need. It's just a matter of connecting.
Yeah, one of the biggest dividers, I don't know, that I've perceived is inherently selfishness somehow within people. Like selfishness prevents us from organizing stronger community, and then we can hoard the good things we have. And then at the same time, that same selfishness can also hide our secret depravities or sins from others, right? Or at least we have the illusion of that, right? We think we're in the darkness and we're able to do certain things. And I think this penetrates as a current throughout like humanity, all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. And yeah, I don't know the answer. That's why I'm here daily, Jack, trying to find the love, trying to find the peace, and figure out the answers with you, and seek some more guidance from and faith in God. So that's a good thing. And blessings to you, gentlemen. I got to run, so I will take my leave, and thank you for your time, JG and Jack.
Hey, much love to you, Frank. I know we dropped the Frank Monday. I know someone dropped the link earlier in the stream. So if you have not yet, make sure to subscribe to Frank as well. He does live streams often and shares quite a bit of knowledge on history and magic and all sorts of things, man. Good stuff. Shoot, there was something I was going to bring up. Douglas, I gotta call you out, man. What is wrong with oppression? Why don't you answer that question for yourself? Okay, I'm sure if you thought about how oppression works and what the results are, and don't just think of one side, think of the bigger picture, and then see what you find is wrong with oppression. Because literally, you are talking about you. You make this claim, so many assertions, still no demonstrations. Hey, and wonderful. Maybe we can discuss some of these things. Welcome back, Josh.
Yeah, where do you want to start? You want to start with oppression?
Wherever you feel is best. What would help
Okay,
us
what's the
find?
negativity? What's the negativity of oppression?
You can't answer that?
Sure. It's real simple. The answer is you've never known any other system other than oppression. Let's see here. Let's start with say your parents, right? At the end of the day, as you're born and you're raised up as a child, you will be dictated. You will have authority thrust upon you. Your ideas, your thoughts, your being as an existence will be submitted throughout with your parents. You're not going to get away from it. Then once you've decided that you no longer want to follow your parents' dictation, you're going to move out, and then one form of government's going to step into it. You're sitting here talking about rebellion, in which case rebellion is the epitome of society. It is the most destructive thing that it can come from it.
Okay, so you said a lot.
He's
I think
anti-rebellion.
I think I asked you to answer your question. So what is wrong with oppression? You just went into a big
I don't make that
of what you
claim.
remember.
Yeah, I don't make that claim. I'm asking you because you're speaking
Douglas.
as if oppression is a thing that should be
All right,
rebelled against.
Calm down. Okay, let's take a breath. Right? I'm not your enemy. I'm not under trial. Neither of us need to be on the attack, right? We're having, what was I said, kind, polite, and calm conversation. Right?
I'll state it again. Your claim is
How
that
about you allow
oppression
me to
bad.
speak?
My claim is oppression good.
Right. And what you never demonstrated that oppression was good. What you
Yes,
did,
all of your existence
what you did, Josh, you're actually showing me why you need to be oppressed, because you lack self-control. And those who lack self-control might believe that others need to be controlled. But see, Josh, I know different than you. And if you're willing to have a conversation with me instead of this stupid argument nonsense that you like to do, we can actually have some great conversations. I'm sorry,
That's
my mom.
crazy.
Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
crazy. He was serious. That's crazy. He was serious about what he just said. He's got a skewed perception on oppression.
Thank you. I'm not alone. Okay. So, Josh, can you consider that maybe you've got a skewed perception on oppression?
Absolutely not. I'm going by
No.
strictly the.
Okay. Well, then that shows that your mind is closed, that you're not here for kind, polite, and calm conversations, because it appears you just want to argue. Holy cows.
That's the FBI agent, right? Joshua Jones.
No, that's our friend Douglas Ehrlich, or whatever his name is.
No, the guy that was just on, Joshua.
Yeah, in the chat he goes by whatever it is, Ehrlich or something.
Yeah, that guy's a CIA agent.
I don't know about that. Well, you know what? If that's true, it might explain his nonsense. We've got another, not FBI, I'm DOS, Department of State. Okay, so you do believe in the state agency, as does our attorney friend, Mr. Imperious. Welcome to you too, sir.
How you doing, Jack? Peace and Jack to everybody on this beautiful day. Peace and Jack.
State indoctrination, Jack.
Jack, I think what Josh is trying to say is that diamonds are built under pressure, Jack. I think a good amount of adversity is good for everybody. I think that's what Josh is trying to say, Jack. We all need a little bit of adversity.
What he's saying. Imperious, that's not what he's saying.
Look, Jack, I'm just representing Josh here. I'm just thinking that
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that presentation.
He's just Jack. I mean, come on, let's be human here. He's been pushed into the chat. He's got a lot of chuckleheads in the chat, not like annoying him, Jack. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give this agent.
Okay, I love what you're doing, because you're treating him as he's acting as a victim. You're defending a victim.
No, the chat made him a victim, Jack. The chat made him a victim, Jack. I mean, look, the poor guy's just trying to have a conversation, and the chuckleheads in the chat are trying to cause friction, Jack. That's not love.
They're responding to his patterns of behavior. You're ignoring his part. And that's
Jack, this man rose from the dead, Jack. You understand? He died, Jack. Literally, Josh died, Jack. You didn't know that?
I got a question.
No, he literally died, Jack. No, Jack. Hold on, Jack. Jack, I'm
Hold on,
trying to
hold on.
say that. Jack,
I got a
please,
question for Josh. This isn't all about you, man. This
No,
is
I'm talking
a
to
mutual
Jack.
thing here.
Well,
I'm talking to Jack, though. I'm saying Jack and Josh may have something in common. They're both kind of divine because Josh rose from the dead and Jack's kind of like a prophet. So, I mean, we could have some kind of real awakening here.
could be God's plan.
Technically, my name is Yeshua in another language.
Josh, my dad
Holy
was also
shit, Jack.
a state. He
Your
was
dad
also
also-
a state tyrant.
Mm.
Do you support my father's oppression on his family? Yes
Yeah,
or no?
I actually I support authoritative positions across the board.
So a man cheating on his wife and he leaves his wife
Do-
to raise
do
two
you-
kids. You support that?
What, cheating on? That's not oppression. That's just infidelity.
A guy that gaslights and abuses a woman and says she's a nigger lover and goes insane.
Oh, Jack.
My question
You
would
support
be,
that?
Oh,
You support a dirty undercover cop?
yes.
Here,
Jack,
just
Jack, this guy's trying to
Wow.
pick some cotton.
What a piece of shit you are.
please. Here, golly geez. Trexty, thank
So-
you very much.
so now,
for
is
the
it my-
support
is
and
it
the
my turn to-
contribution. Please pause.
Is it my turn to ask questions?
In a moment. If you didn't notice, I was recognizing a contribution that I've got on the screen here.
Oh, I'm on phone. I can't see.
Okay. Trexty, thank you for the contribution. Imperious, thank you for your understanding. Drop Imperious, Jack. Please, Jack. He wrecks my head, Jack. Seriously, Jack. Not tonight, Jack.
Josh, do you know who Officer Gannon is? He's one of the worst cops out of
No,
Philadelphia.
I no. I don't know
You don't know
random
him.
people. Yeah, I don't know random people throughout the United States. DOS, we're mostly abroad.
One of the dirtiest cops in Philadelphia. Do you support you support his oppression on people?
Yes, and I don't even know the guy. The answer is yes.
Hey, so Josh, do you realize how arrogant and foolish you do sound? Unless you can really
don't
articulate.
particularly care because the people at the bottom usually
Josh,
complain about
Josh.
the people at the top.
Josh, I'm trying to speak with you here. Okay, I don't really
Josh,
care.
you're at the
about
bottom.
you. JG,
I
please
don't think so,
interrupt
sir.
me. Both of you seem to completely lack respect for me as the host here, and it's really frustrating.
I fundamentally don't have any respect for you.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
Yeah, my
realize.
fault, Talcott.
And you know what?
My fault, man.
No, it's all right. You helped him admit the truth. Josh, this isn't the place for you then. And as a matter of fact,
He's
go
exposing
ahead and-
himself. He's exposing himself that he's superior and they can just crap on people left and right. They can create trauma left and right and abuse people and they're on top and we're the bottom. They are the bottom.
What he sounds like is, unfortunately, a victim. Hey, Josh, since you admitted yourself you have no positive purpose here, you can also take off, right? You're timed out for the rest of the night. And if you don't, if you're welcome to show up tomorrow, but if you want to continue your dumbass behavior in opposition and not really wanting to recognize what's here, Josh, you can be banned. I do not need you here. I don't want people who don't care. I can help you though, because Josh, you really sound like a victim. This is what victims do. It's what Donald Trump is doing.
He's been trained. Josh has been trained. He's indoctrinated. He thinks he's on the top.
Well, he's been traumatized and he's never understood how to heal. He's speaking from a wounded place, trying to act tough because he's probably afraid. I don't know him. I really don't. Which is all the more reason. Why should I waste my time with someone I don't know who clearly does not want my success or happiness, right? So
kick rocks,
yeah.
state agent.
Josh, probably, he may not have had a mama. He's clearly got issues. I mean, that's what I see a lot of in this online experience. And JG, you're another one. But the good thing is, the people I've found that have issues, I trust God has something good for you, right? Because we're just the product of the past. We've all had issues. I've been given the opportunity for, you know, you face pretty much negative feedback for many years. It can either get into your head and really beat up your self-esteem, or you figure out how to fix yourself.
Right. It's a very, very, very hard test, man. I have people saying that I'm a cop because my father was a cop. And then I also have police that hate me because I've exposed my father.
I can
So they want to
imagine that.
see me. They're like, fuck this guy. This guy's a whistleblower. Fuck him. And
Well,
I'm just like, bring it
you
on,
know
man.
what?
I will take you guys out when you put me in that cell.
Hey, JG, I don't know what you faced. And I can imagine that maybe there were some like that. And I'm sorry for that. That's, you know what?
Bro,
It's a
they
shitty
try
past.
to set me up for a homicide in Philadelphia. They were just messing with me. And then I hear them, oh, that's Gannon's kid. We're just messing with me. Overheard them saying that. Get what I'm saying,
Well,
Jack? They constantly try to play games with me and break me psychologically, and it didn't work.
well, they may have. They may have. But it wasn't all of them. And you made it through, right? And there's a reason for everything. There really is. That had to have been tough, though. I can only imagine.
But the thing is, yeah, it's tough, but you can't. You hit a point where you want to fight back and be violent towards the police because, I mean, the shit they've put me through, I'm in
You
a
put your
position where I'm constantly dealing with homicidal thoughts, to be real.
okay, and so that's a test for you. You've created the conditions within you. I want to help you, brother. I really do, because someone pointed
But
it out.
it's Jack, it's on me. I got to help myself. JG has a
Yep,
lot of anger. Hey, I've been through a lot of shit, man. And I'm trying to fucking, just,
you're doing good. Okay, I want you to know that.
yeah, I'm just saying it's, like people put you through hell. The system puts you through hell. You go
Yeah,
to help, they put you on SSRIs. That's fucking insane. And then you
yeah,
realize, oh, they're conspiring. They're coming at me left and right with
that's
all
all right.
types of fucking nonsense.
The strong doesn't matter if you're strong and you're strong, right?
Yeah, but that's
That's
the thing. Yeah, I gotta stay strong and I gotta, stay disciplined. And it's like,
well, give credit where credit's due. A lot of your strength comes because you went through hell. You've
it's
been
like, well,
there. What is
we all
someone
have
going to
trauma.
do now? Right?
We all have, we all have trauma, but I'm just saying it's a motherfucker when you really do have psychological trauma, That's when it's
No.
like, oh shit. It's not like, oh,
Well, here's the thing though. I've learned a lot. I know there's many ways to overcome trauma. I know there's many ways to overcome anger. Actually, there's really only one way to overcome anger. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Just say, fuck it. I don't want to carry it. I don't want to deal with it. I want to be done with the anger. Why? Because it feels better to be with love. I can help. Actually, you've got the answers, dude. It's just got to take the willingness and, oh, actually, you said it, JG. You've got to do it, right? No one can do your path, your life for you, but it sure helps if someone who's got an idea of what might help is there with you. And I'm willing to. I'm willing to help you figure out what are the answers for you to find, so you can detach and you can be free of those things from the past that have been burdening you. And then, JG, I'm telling you, you got time. You got time. Allow your mind to wander. If there was a way to end secrets and lies throughout the world, what would be the best path? Who would be helpful towards that?
I got nothing, man.
Be open, brother, please. Be open to the ideas of things changing, right? No longer being harassed, no longer being alone, right? Or being, I don't know. There's ways your life can improve, brother, and it's all up to you.
Right. Now, I've been working on myself for a long time, man. I mean,
Here, I'm telling you.
I did the damage. I did the damage with alcohol, and I got sober, and fuck, I have damage from that, and you just got to keep trucking and stay disciplined.
There is damage that gets done as we go through life, but the focus, the practice, I'm telling you, give yourself permission, invite yourself, encourage yourself, come back to love, return to love. Love is, well, love is everything good. Jack, when you led the postal union that you did, you saw firsthand how the entity itself operates, what things are worthy like that of influence. I'm not sure of the question. I did see the in and outs of the postal service, but admittedly, when I was in position, and I wasn't leading, I was just a small local. We had roughly little over 300 people that I represented. I wasn't high position or a real large place, but at the time, I also didn't understand leadership the way that I do now. I mean, I've had a lot of opportunity to study and analyze and consider, what does it mean to be a good leader? Jesus is the epitome of leadership to me. I learned a lot from him. And I want to take what I've learned about leadership, and admittedly, I'm trying to reach a lot of the people I've learned from. JG, if you can help me figure out how to reach some of these people that I've learned from, I got names and contact. I got ideas for these different organizations. I just don't know how to get anyone's attention.
Reach out to Hedges, man. I know he's got, you could send him an email.
And what do you think of how many emails you think he gets?
Exactly. I mean, you got to try,
Right. Lots of people suggest directions for me to go and do it on my own. But what I'm literally suggesting is, if someone has an idea, feel free. I encourage you. Reach out on my behalf, see if you can share some support. Hey, we've got a true star joining. And I was actually feeling those energies, but welcome back.
I know. I felt them before you said them. I was like, Jack's about to wrap up. No offense, JG, but it's been a mopey-ass thing. You dropped all the loosh off, and Chuck still doesn't have keys yet. And Jack, I'm having a fussy-ass day because I wanted to go to Worlds of Fun today. This is the amusement park here. It's a Six Flags subsidiary. Right. I didn't get to go.
Well, did you get grounded? Did you get in trouble?
What are your thoughts on what Josh was saying about oppression?
I think that Josh is I think Josh is absurd. I obviously agree with you more. However, I do like Josh, and I respect Josh's right to have contrary opinions. Just like I respect Jack's right to dye his hair, but not his beard.
No, I don't. I don't do that. I don't care enough. I really don't care enough to dye my hair. I promise you. No, I was trying to figure out the chat. I timed out Josh for 24 hours, and then I'm seeing him get timed out again. So someone else must have gone back behind me and reduced the amount. Was that you, Dusty?
Mm-mm. No, I'm just up here bitching. That was Ready Caught.
All right. Okay. Well, because you're in defense of him. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I don't like particularly like Red a lot. He's been kind of a pain in the ass most of the time I've known him. But every now and then he comes in pretty clutch, and I thought that was pretty clutch of him.
It was you. All right. Okay. And you're
but Jack,
that's fine.
You're for a man of peace, your chat is like a war zone. I like it that way. I think you like it that way.
I don't actually.
What you want to echo chamber? I don't believe that.
I would prefer to have more with me. Yes. Because let's use the echo chamber for positive reasons, right? We've got all these echo chambers for the negative reasons. Let's do it for the positive. What's wrong with that?
Echo chambers are boring. People need friction.
Not if it's true.
Yes, that's what I just said is true. Look at any YouTube show, look at any podcast, look at any TV series. People need friction. Even within organized religions, the unity is formed through the friction against the devil or, the infidels or whatever. That's why you need to give keys to Chuck.
I'm literally suggesting that people unite together to create a better world, and you're here again defending division.
That's how we get the best world.
Oh my goodness. And Andy, I appreciate the offer. I believe there's plenty of opposition available for me. This is what I'm referring to. I am so tired of the opposition. I'm so tired of people assuming and wanting to convince me that I'm wrong. I'm not that wrong. I know that. No, I'm not.
This is why I have to pay to drop Frank Monday. He says the idea we need conflict is horse shit. You know what doesn't need conflict? Dead inanimate objects. You know what does need conflict? Life.
But do you think we need to create the conflict or just deal with it?
I'm not creating conflict. I'm dealing with it right now.
By defending it.
You're creating conflict by not agreeing with me.
Well, I can't agree with falsities. I can recognize what you're saying. I do. Mm-hmm. But I know that my ideas seem to be a little out there sometimes, and especially the way I say some of this.
JG, where do you stand on conflict? This conflict dispute Jack and I are having that we're dealing with.
I got nothing.
Damn it.
I understand Jeeps. Yes. It requires some resistance to grow muscles, to make strength, right? We got to push through things that may not initially make sense in order to grow in our understanding, learn new things. So yeah, there's friction and resistance in order to promote growth. But at the same time, it's not the only way. There's also simply by providing and sustaining, there's growth that happens.
what is it? I think it's like turtles. If little baby sea turtles, if they don't break out of the shell themselves, then they won't develop the muscles necessary to get back to the ocean, right? That's how everything is.
I did hear something like that.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes sense, but the other side, I mean, I keep hearing people make this argument. Well, there's got to be dark. There's always going to be conflict. There's always going to be evil to oppose the good and the light.
Shout out to Tommy.
Right? Shout out to Tommy. We get to choose which side we are on. We don't have to choose the side of darkness. We don't have to choose the side of battles and divisions.
But by being having polarity in your worldview and viewing the dark as dark, aren't you part of it?
Yes, I am a part of the darkness as I am the light. I represent both in my being because the potential or both are always with me. But what's going to be there is what I choose. Am I going to share the light or am I going to share the dark? That's literally a choice. I remember hearing that so long ago, and that was like a no-brainer that I had never thought about. But the reality is, each day that we go through our day, we get to contribute to the light of the world or the dark of the world. What do we want?
Depends on if it's day or night.
No, the light meaning the light.
I understand the metaphor, but it also works on that level. You want both of them.
Sometimes
light has no contrast without dark.
Okay. And as I'm listening, I'm considering where's the truth. There is a time for the darkness, perhaps. And yet, those who are with the light, there's no succumbing to the darkness. The darkness has no power over the light.
Well, I don't think succumbing to anything is good.
But this is what our society has taught us to do, to acquiesce and to concede. It's so brilliant, man. People are brilliant. God is brilliant. Life is brilliant. It's just perfect. It's all beautiful.
There you go.
It is.
Even the darkness.
The darkness was given to us for contrast. You're right. It helps strengthen and illuminate the light even more. And it has been God's plans. I've suggested this many ways as my interpretation of the Bible. Lucifer was the fallen one, right? He was most beautiful and filled with all things great, got a bit egoic, and came to the world, and God allowed the visible darkness to lead us. And then while the visible darkness was leading, with slavery and oppression and wars against neighbors and such, well, then finally God sent the light into the darkness. And people chose to love the darkness more than the light. And then they murdered Jesus, right? Just because he was saying, no, don't obey the authority here on earth. Don't do it that way. Do it this way.
But Jack, doesn't that prove the duality of man and that we need both light and dark? Because too much light is just as unpleasant as too much dark. In fact, and I don't know if JG's experience was the same. When I was in jail, they had 24/7 full blast fluorescent lighting constantly. Everything in the cell was painted white except for the stainless steel furniture. And they had just rows and rows and rows of fluorescent lights that were on 24/7. They never even dimmed them. That was pretty unpleasant.
I can imagine.
And then you say, shit, you go to a psych ward, they put you on psych drugs. Your vision's fucking delayed and you got all these lights and you're just sitting there like, I'm not taking this drug again. They're fucking conspiring against me with these pills.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't
That's
know
all
when.
good. The healthcare system's just as it's oppressive itself. I mean, they're trying to see the fucking country, give people psych drugs. People kill themselves left and right because of the psych drugs fucking driving them nuts.
Well, we have a society where first responders and the mental health professionals, they are not prepared for spiritual awakenings or spiritual problems. They don't
No, they're
understand.
hardened. They're hardened people, and a lot of them are naive. The doctors I had in that fucking hospital, were I could see right through them, man.
Well, and JG, that may be true, because to be in those positions, they've got to learn the ways of the systems, right? They got to go through the processes to be there. And there's good doctors and there's unconscious doctors. There's good employees and bad employees anywhere you go, right? Here we've got welcome back, Chuck.
Hey, I'm doing peachy. Yourself?
I truly do feel blessed, and one with love and one with God. I really do.
Where are we at on the keys?
I don't know
Keys
why.
to your future.
I mean, if you really want to make peace with the world around you, I think that Chuck is a pretty big part of the world around all of us, especially Hurricane Pero. But you need the contrast there. I got some soup I got to eat, but I'm not eating soup on camera because it's a messy
What kind
affair.
of soup? What kind of soup?
Chicken noodle soup.
Pretty plain and basic, homemade.
Yeah, no, Katie made it. I've been smelling it all afternoon, and so it's ready. And I'm like, fuck.
Yep. We'll shovel it down. So, what do you think, Jack? Just the small segue or the small segment of the population that shows up here. How many of you think in Congress would put up such a battle as that happens here on these things we call the panels? And I'm not talking about just yours. I'm talking about everywhere. The amount of chaotic.
What was the question?
If you go to Congress, anybody, if they was able to get all of Congress in one room, the amount of pushback or argument or negative or dark that you would receive as compared to what you receive here on these panels. And that, like I said, anybody's panel is a cross segment.
I imagine it would be entirely different, because the people who join me have no sense of professionalism. So I wouldn't be dealing with people rudely interrupting me, right? Calling me names, bringing shit up that's irrelevant, distracting.
You've never watched a congressional hearing, have you?
Well, I'm not picturing what they just did with Pam Bondi or that bug-eyed FBI guy, Patel. I'm not talking about.
See, you're already doing it.
Do you think they interrupted like in the joint sessions of Congress? Do you think they interrupt Benjamin Netanyahu? They actually, even if they don't like what he or the president says when they're addressed, they maintain some semblance of professionalism.
Well, there's a two or three that kind of squawk and get escorted out of chambers whenever the president speaks. I don't know about Netanyahu, but I know when the president addresses Congress, they end up having to escort two or three out for their non-decorum.
Okay. So I'm sure that maybe they would probably afford any guest that sort of support. So if you're asking the question, do I think speaking to Congress would be the same waste of time that speaking to some of my panel guests have been? No, Chuck. I actually think it would be very productive. Because the other big difference is what I'm talking about. They are actually in the position to do something about it, right? So they'll listen to my words and actually apply it to what I'm speaking about, and with their own personal experience, be able to incorporate it into themselves. But you guys, you don't have direct experience with the people that I'm talking about. And so I've been listening to people telling me I'm wrong that really don't have experience to prove that I'm wrong. You just think I'm wrong. Andy, I don't know why I would, to be honest. I'm reason.
The give Chuck keys movement is gathering steam.
1 week trial of Chuck having the keys. Come on, Jack.
Oh, Lord.
Jack.
This must be a grassroots effort.
Well, I think Dusty might have started this for you.
I had nothing to do with it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't understand the why, though. I'm not convinced. Chuck,
the only way out is through, Jack. The only way out is through.
Is through?
Mm-hmm.
Through explanations, through understanding, through reasoning, certainly. And I'm open to those.
How many times have you looped the keys with Paul and Grace and Moose? Maybe it's time to step outside of the paradigm and try something unexpected.
Embrace the dark side.
Well, what I'd actually encourage others to do what you just said too, to step out and embrace, do the unexpected. Try supporting my ideas. I got ideas. I don't need to give the keys to people who have been calling me names and disrespecting me for so long. I mean, Chuck has. I don't think you deny that, do you, Chuck?
In the past, no.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while. Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Maybe this is an opportunity for growth and healing and inviting the return of love and returning to love.
But I'm not sure what I get. Why? I mean, I'm the one who would be taking a risk and, creating more invitations against people who have publicly disrespected me, publicly opposed me. And so what is the benefit of this? Seriously. I mean, Chuck, are you good at producing? You got some talents that I don't understand?
Aspero.
Paro. Paro is the other guy.
I don't understand.
But the duality is true here again, Jack. Duality comes back into play because Chuck has talked some smack in the past, but he's also been. How long you been a member for? Do you still got that member thing? Probably like 3 years, some shit.
I was one of his first ones, if not the first.
Yeah, I realize that. And as I said, you encouraged Margot and others to treat me like a joke.
I did not encourage Margot. All Margot did was vent the thing she was feeling. I haven't seen Margot in eons.
Well, Chuck, through the comments that you previously acknowledged, you used to say shit about Jack. Guess what? That saying shit about Jack was encouraging other people who were saying shit about Jack, Chuck. You don't get that?
Yeah, but no one said more shit about Jack than Paul.
True.
That's not entirely true.
I mean, Margot, Snafu, Tommy, maybe, but Paul
Paul had me as a topic for more hours, certainly. But he actually didn't say as many horrible things about me as Snafu,
Jack,
Margo.
that surely is
Really?
not. It's like
Paul was using you for a lolcow
when I
for a
when I
long
met
time.
Right, but he didn't attack my character, right? He didn't call me the R word, he didn't call me
I never called you that. In fact, I stood up against that.
he didn't call me an abuser.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't spread lies about me because he imagined ideas, not as much as Chuck has, not like Margo has, not like Snap.
Margo might be a special. I would say that he did more than both of them combined. Although Margo has been more, her consistency is something that is unrivaled.
I haven't heard from her in quite a while. I don't know where she's
I
at.
don't think any of us have really, but that's what I'm saying. Like she just hasn't had as much interaction as all the rest of us. But her thing for you has been consistent. But when I met you guys, like you're glossing over memory. When I met you guys, Paul's channel was basically the mock Jack Talcott show.
Correct.
He was replaying me and he was talking about me as a failed life coach. And, he said a lot, sure. And the things he said to a great degree were true. I'm not going to argue against the truth, even if I don't like it. But the things that Margo and Chuck and others have said about me were downright absolute lies. Fabricated. Just imagined and they're just set out as facts. And, I used to fight against that. I used to get real angry about the lies too. But God has been showing me, guys, I'm not perfect and I'm not claiming to be perfect. But the way of Jesus.
You think you're more disciplined than all of us? You think you're better than us?
I think that I've had the opportunity to learn, the incentive. Okay, I've had the incentive, the opportunity to learn and apply what I've been learning and applying. And what I've been devoting myself to is understanding life, understanding God, right? Understanding life from a human perspective. That's what I'm referring to. And we've got answers out there, guys. Dusty, you are so singular focused sometimes.
It's what makes you good at certain things and really bad at other things.
I can see that. And thank you for your generosity. Keys for Chuck.
Hey, come on, guys. We need super chats. We can see him softening around the edges.
Paul was a pioneer of restreams. Good times. Paul has had. I've had fun with Paul. I really have.
My point isn't to scumbag Paul, even though I know that it's taking that turn. My point is to use Paul as an illustration. You've given Paul the keys a number of times, and from my perspective, Paul has done more derogatory shit than Chuck ever has, and Chuck has had the keys 0 times. So again, my point isn't to scumbag Paul. My point is to prop Chuck up comparatively.
All right, I get what you're doing.
What's Chuck's goal here?
I don't think he has one, but Chuck, do you have a goal here?
Unity.
All right.
If Chuck gets the keys, what's your goal?
Chuck's goal seems to be to support people through sobriety, right? Like, and I'm not a 12-step person, but he is, and that does help a lot of people, right? So it seems like it may not be exactly the same as yours, but it seems more adjacent to yours than, say, me or JG's goal.
I agree. And yet, I almost feel I've gotten more opposition from the one who's more similarly aligned than you or JG. And that's what's really kind of blown my mind a bit.
Well, I only base my criticisms and my thoughts upon the words that you said. And if that's taking them out of context, I'm not sure how to alleviate that.
Well,
I don't sit around and make up crap. I don't have a notebook that I sit around and make up crap about people. I can only go by what they present and what they say.
you can also ask questions about the things you think you heard them say, especially before you go running around, or maybe even when you're told, hey, Chuck, no, you're wrong. Maybe that would be a great time to ask more questions. Maybe double check your facts.
One of the things that I think that you get with Chuck that you don't get with most of the rest of us is transparency. I don't think you ever have to worry about Chuck surprising you by giving the keys to Paul, for instance.
No.
That was a low blow there when that happened, and I even told the man that did it that was inexcusable.
Oh, that's right. See, did you say that Moose gave the keys to Chuck or to Paul?
No, to Paul.
Or gave him access to your channel that day.
How did Paul kick you out of your own stream that day? I was watching.
He couldn't have done it by himself, is what I'm saying.
No, but the thing is Moose would be unable to transfer what I had assigned.
Well, then Moose was doing it for Paul.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what the case was the first time. And then Paul did something similar one time when I gave him the keys. When I gave him the keys. So Moose did it to me, then Paul did it to me. I gave Paul the keys again, but I took the keys once I saw his attitude turning towards me again.
So again, my point isn't to scumbag Moose or Paul or anybody else. It's just to say that, comparatively, you've made worse decisions.
I know. But again, in defense of Paul and Moose, when I shared the keys with them, they helped me with clips, they helped me with the slides, stuff like that. So they set my StreamYard up a little bit better. It helped.
Well, maybe it's just a temporary key exchange. You just give Chuck the keys temporarily until you can find, Ruby or whoever,
I like Ruby.
Here, I'm okay. Snafu, I'm going to bring you up, but the key is kind, polite, and calm. I'm not sure where we stand today, so.
Yes, Jack. Remember, Chuck is a great advocate of jacktails. He's lying to you. But the fact is I think I want the keys over Chuck. And I could provide services, unlike Chuck. Can Chuck? I think Chuck's trying to grift his channel, his new shit. But the fact is,
Jack already owns your soul.
I think Snafu needs the keys over Chuck because Chuck kind of is lying to you and trying to play you. And if you fall for this, I'm gonna laugh at you. But I put me in the hat for the keys, and that's the optics. And I provide services, not the gay kind. Chuck might provide that, but well, there he goes. See, liars. He lied. He knew he's a big advocate of Jacktails, which is a very good series.
This is your show.
Yeah.
Right. I know, but Dusty, he doesn't see. I don't get it. I don't know how to reach him. But yeah, it's his show.
With a shot collar,
it could even be better. Give me the keys, and we'll make magic happen. I will make you call the United Nations live and with the audience. I will make you do a table, change your mind, Jack Talcott, at like some college or some street or out in the hood. I will make you what Chuck can't do for you. And I think for the viewers and for you, it'll level up your game. I want the keys and the producer job and all of it. Yep.
Come on now. Come on.
I am coming on now.
You're being delusional. Okay?
No, we can make magic happen. Unlike Paul. Paul didn't even get out of his
I'm
fucking
gonna
chair.
take it back.
Moose ripped you off and took you down.
Well, I could have.
Well, give Dusty the keys. Fuck.
I'd feel safer with Dusty than Chuck, to be honest.
Only
And
on the
that
condition
might
he
not
doesn't
be-
give them to Chuck, though.
Not be wise.
I wouldn't give them to Chuck. I would probably still advocate for Chuck, but I wouldn't do any of you know.
Well,
Shit.
Here's the thing. We don't snafu, you don't even see, right? You have been so critical of me, and
exactly. I'm the only one that could help you too, from your PR nightmare you've created.
that
That
you've
you
helped
created.
From
me.
raping to being dictatorship to like everything you are, which is okay.
Absolutely.
Trump's the same probably, and so is
Absolutely.
Biden. All these fucks. You're a dirty piece of shit. But we could do something with you. The audience could
That's
watch
true.
you do change your mind tables. The audience could watch Jack Talcott level up.
Wow.
But you need someone like me, Jack. Let's just be real.
Can I have the keys so I can drop snafu?
Or we could pay. Hey, by the way, Orthodox guy, there's a great video I uploaded. Go
Snafu.
check out my channel. Did you see it, Jack?
I saw
People need
enough.
to not kick people
Stop.
off when they're in deep combo.
Stop. Please, your kindness, you can calm
I
down.
am being kind. I'm offering you a chance of a lifetime to level up.
You're not. You're not.
Yeah.
calm.
Ask the audience, would you guys like to see Jack be forced to do
Snafu.
set his table up
Okay.
called Jack
All right.
Change Your Mind
God bless.
and talking to
I don't know. How do you?
Look at Vibe's comment. Listening to snafu is like watching hoarders. It just makes you feel better about yourself.
In a way, I can understand that, but in
That's
another,
the dark contrasting the light.
I feel bad. I do. It's not right. Chuck, thank you for the contribution. Keys for Dusty. But I got much more money going towards you already, Chuck. So unless you want to get generous, I'll take that.
Look at the bidding war he started.
I don't know. Hey, we've got incredible opportunities in this life. That's what I know. That's what I want to try and just focus on. I'm feeling it might be time. I think Dusty's getting interrupted anyway.
My daughter came in and she said, "Do you want anything from Sonic?" And I said, "I'm good." And she's like, "No, the fuck you're not. Do you want a drink?" I said, "No, I'm trying not to drink so many calories."
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I am feeling maybe it's time. Time to start wrapping up. Anyone else going? I haven't looked.
Well, I put my email and address in the back if you decide you want to send me the keys.
You're always looking out. Good for you. Thank you for making it
I don't
easy.
want you to be sitting around like, damn, I wish Dusty had the keys and not be able to get them to me.
No. Yeah.
Look at Dresden's mean ass comment.
Wants his belly back. Actually, I've been noticing my belly. It's time for me to, well,
Skip
it was
Sonic drinks too.
Yeah. Except I've already given those up. So now what do I give up?
Well, what the fuck kind of food are you eating?
Fucking lentils and bean curd.
No, actually, admittedly.
Oh, that's the machine lives. That guy eats grass from his backyard.
Unfortunately, I've been eating a lot of cookies and stuff.
Oh, shit.
My sweet tooth to take over for me. But you know what? This is something I've been really hearing a lot about. And there's a lot of reasons to do that. Cut sugar. cut sugar and see what's different from that. I haven't
added
made
sugar's bullshit, man. You got to get the natural sugars.
Yeah, I don't know. The idea today, the topic, inviting the return of love, returning to love, and the thumbnail, come back to love, man, because love really is who we are. When we're not sad, angry, or afraid, that's who we are, is love. Because all the good things are love. Joy and peace and trust. Ooh, that's the one. Trust. Inviting the return of love and returning to love. That means finding the courage to trust. Because without trust, there is no love.
Jack, I think you can help Joshua Jones. I think you really could help him.
I don't know who that is. I'm willing to try.
That's the guy that you dropped earlier who likes authority.
State agent.
Yeah, if he's willing to consider what I'm saying, yeah, I know I could help him. But for those who just want to argue, there's not much I can do.
It seems like he's suffering from cognitive dissonance, and he's, stuck in his ways.
Jack, I just refreshed my email and I don't see the invite.
Yeah, I haven't sent it yet.
Okay. I'll refresh again in another minute or two.
Holy cows, you are funny. Certainly
laughing?
Expecting. But you know what? In order to receive, you've got to ask. And you got to ask as though it's due, right?
Right.
It's yours.
Return to love, Jack. Send the invite.
So far, the only one who has done that to me has been Landry.
Done what?
Shared the keys with me. Trusted me.
Oh, I would share the keys. I would trust you that much, but I've already given the keys to Sasquatch, and I don't have the upgrade.
I know. No, you guys have a good setup. You guys seem to work well together. It's been a while for you too, I think. No, I'm not going to worry about it. We will figure it out.
Refresh.
Chuck wouldn't do anything wrong, but I just don't know what it would offer. I really don't.
He'd get a rush.
I mean,
he said Paul gave him a boner. You probably give him a boner, Jack. Chuck loves you, man.
Well, the purpose of this, it's really, how do I grow? How do I break this pattern?
By doing something new, by giving Chuck the keys.
I'd rather do some of the things that I want to do.
Then give me the keys.
I don't know what I see. Yeah, I don't see. I'm not sold on giving the keys to anyone right now. I'm pretty good with that.
Are you?
No, I'm not. I could be better. I got all sorts of things. And actually,
how are we supposed to help you if you don't allow us to have the tools necessary to help you?
If I understood what was available, I could work better.
There's no way of understanding what's available until you've experienced it.
No, because one who has experience can share. So you may not know fully, but you can get an idea of what to expect, what to anticipate.
What's it like for a female to finger your butthole? Do you guys know anything about that?
It's shocking and unexpected. Jack, have you heard my butthole story?
No, I'm not.
Do you want to hear it?
Chuck in Tennessee, thank you for the contribution. Embrace the darkness, keys for Dusty, but I don't know that we need to hear the story, do we?
It depends on if you give me the keys or not.
No.
Okay. So when I was probably in college, I guess, I was in the hot tub and I was making out with this chick. And I'd hooked up with her before, right? It wasn't the first time I hooked up with her. It was just the first time that out of nowhere, she decided that she was going to try to sneak a finger in my butt. Now, there was no, like, you'd expect that some girl would kind of feel around your cheeks some before finding where she, like, just out of nowhere, just like, boom. So I jumped up and for real, I stepped on her head, boop, jumping out of the hot tub. It was that on point. And we never hooked up again. That was the last time I ever hooked up with her. Shout out to Rachel.
I
think
understand.
that's what happened to TK, right? But he beat her. TK's girl put her finger up his butthole and he just beat the shit out of her.
No, that's not good. Anyway, I think we can, I don't know. I think it's time to start wrapping up. I don't want any more stories like that. Thank you.
I do have more stories like that.
I know that you do. Are you doing anything later? You got anything going on?
Yeah, probably, because I'm not at Worlds of Fun. Like I said, I'm in kind of a pouty mood because I didn't get to go to ride roller coasters. And
that's right. Yeah. And what prevented it? Sorry.
Everybody who was going to go with me had other things to do.
Mm.
And I didn't want to go be that one weirdo at the amusement park alone in line. Like,
I get that. And so, as an alternative,
yeah, you didn't invite me to 9 Inch Nails. You're not any better than the rest of these people.
I know. Anyway,
yo, Talcott, hold on. Do you watch Chris Hedges? Have you watched his stuff?
I don't follow him regularly, but I am a fan of his writing and his reporting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good YouTube channel.
Yes. He's, in my opinion, he's got a brilliant mind, and it's from experience, because he was sent all around on the ground doing the reporting, and he got to see America, the results of overseas, as well as see America from overseas. So he's got a different perspective on history and stuff than a lot of others do. I do respect him. I'd love to have conversations with him and many, many others today. And I know we can.
Not without the keys, we can't.
I know there's ways to talk to other humans.
You've been pressing me to get you in touch with Trump for 3 years now. I haven't seen one key.
I haven't seen any results yet either. Imagine how much. Actually, I do want to give the keys away, because I tell you what, part of the reason I want to achieve success is because I know who I am. I'm brilliant, but I am lazy.
I am the one who sent over Marilyn.
And yes, that was wonderful. I hope I didn't scare her off. I might have, because I was kind of
She was already scared of you. I convinced her to come over here in the first place.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I can bring more Marilyn.
Please do. That's all right. All right.
I can bring more Marilyn. I haven't talked to Jim Bob in a minute, but I could reach back out to Jim Bob again.
There's some positives. All right. I'm going to
refresh.
No, I'm going to consider and reflect on this. And who knows?
Jack,
maybe
Carpe the diem. The time is now to return to love.
It may not yet be time to act, though.
Okay, well, I guess love can wait.
No, love is here. Love is.
It'll be a long, dark weekend without any love.
Do you agree with this? According to Mitch, Flo will
Flo will bring the gay guys and Chuck will bring the ladies. I don't think so. But I respect Mitch's opinion that there.
No.
I didn't realize that Trexty was so opposed to love.
she's I think defensive on my behalf.
She's scared. She's got a scarcity mindset.
No. She's
inner confusion. Trexty love is available.
No, she does. She loves and she protects. That's the thing. Chuck, thank you again for the contributions. The time is now. And that it is. I think it's time to wrap up. Final words from you, sir. How about we'll let JG go first, please. So that
I got nothing, man.
Thank you for joining. Appreciate you, my friend. Peace. And you win again. Competition.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I didn't win today. I didn't win. I didn't get to go ride roller coasters. I didn't get keys. I haven't won it. All I got was this bowl of soup. I am going to stream later. I'm probably going to cry and bitch and moan about my pitiful day.
I hope so.
I do hope so. You're part of it. You're part of my bad day.
Not entirely the bad, but part of it.
Not entirely. The worst part than not getting the keys was not going to Worlds of Fun. I didn't talk to Katie for most of the day. I'm such a fucking child. But on the other hand, we went, my daughter's about to turn 16. We went and looked at cars. What was it? Was it yesterday or the day before? We went and looked at a car yesterday and made an offer on it. And today the chick got back and she's accepted. So next week I'll be forking over some cash for a car that'll probably get wrecked into a mailbox or something. You know how girls wreck cars, right? Like a spider starts coming down from the rearview mirror and then they crash into a mailbox or something.
Can I offer a different perspective, please?
Yeah, you want me to refresh?
No, don't assume the worst for her. Assume that you've raised her and taught her well enough, that you've been a good enough example that maybe she won't freak out from a spider and run into the mail.
No, I freak the fuck out of spiders. I don't like spiders. Fuck that. Right. Ask me who kills the spiders in my house.
You're talking about yourself then. All right. But cool.
I'm not.
She's going to have a car. She's going to have a car soon.
She's going to have a car. Yeah.
That is exciting. Nice job, Dad.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. I'll be sitting backstage refreshing. Thanks for having me up. Salute to the chat. I'll probably stream later. Trexty, do better. It's never too late for love.
Much love to you, brothers and sisters. Sincerely to all of you who tuned in, whether live or later, my sincere appreciation and gratitude. The idea today, just a reminder, come back to who you are. Who you are is this essence, this spark, this energy of love. And that energy of love that you are, it's found. It's in the absence of your sadness, of your anxiety, of your anger. When you can be at peace with who you are and giving yourself this comfort of acceptance and trust and appreciation, and you can feel this appreciation rising up within you, and you can focus your mind on whatever you want that brings up these feelings of appreciation so that you feel that energy and the vibration of love. Because the gift of love, it really is why we're here. And for those who are wondering, I did pull up earlier today some ideas on Ubuntu, and I'll put that link in the stuff later. Thank you again, brothers and sisters. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone. Walk with faith and live without fear. Thank you again, and peace. Peace is for everyone. God bless. Thank you.